My name's Tom Duncan. I'm the mechanic for Cannondale Factory Racing. These are our bikes. We've got a race bike, which is that one, and then this one is a practice bike. And we've got them set up differently to kind of show how versatile this bike is. So the black carbon parts are identical on both bikes, but then the links are different. On this one, we've got it set up as a sort of standard shock, so it's just one shock in the down tube. And then this one, we've actually separated the spring rate and the damping rate. The idea being with a more progressive bike, you sometimes lose control of the damper. So when we have a more progressive bike, we have separated the damper to go at a less progressive rate so that it doesn't overwork. This bike with this link is more linear, so it doesn't need to be separated when it's in a more linear setup. We used a single shock in Fort William because the track's very fast, it's very straight. You don't really need a really progressive bike because it's a really long track, it's really physical. So the idea is once you're up to speed, the bike just lifts out of the rough stuff and just sort of chatters across the top. And then in tracks where there's a bigger variation of speed, you need a more progressive bike, you need a bit more of a mid-stroke platform in the bike. So just a little bit more detail on Matt's race bike. We're running the full Shimano Saint group set and the Shimano stem and handlebars and seat post. So this is a normal pro stem. We've got it set in the 50mm length. You can move it to either 45 or 50, but we tend to keep it in 50 all the time. We're using an alloy bar with 20mm of rise. That's cut down to 790, and then once you put the grips on, it measures at 800 because the grips add a little bit on the end. Saint brakes, which we have set at 58mm when the lever is out, and then when the lever is pulled, we have a bite point of 41mm. Moving down the bike, we're using a standard Saint group set and the Saint pedal with 11 to 25 cassette and a 36 tooth chainring. We're using the biggest discs available, which is the 203mm rotors on the Saint calipers, and Matt prefers the resin pad with fins, so we pretty much run the resin pad everywhere unless it's really wet, basically. This bike's prototype at the minute. This is one of the first few available to us. We've only got one size at the minute while we kind of figure out things. There's definitely some changes in the pipeline already to improve the bike. And that's it for the bike check. Stay tuned to see more of it on the racetrack.